birch as well. I just need to build the spruce, the jungle, and the... what was the other one? Spruce, jungle, and there's 3 other trees. There's 8 types of wood. I always forget what it is. Damn it. Well, it will come back to me later, but I basically laid out plans for where they need to go. I will actually just pop down here just to show you guys what's going on. So essentially how these works, and this is actually fully my design as well. I mean, I guess I kind of took inspiration for like these pots here, but all of this is kind of my own design, so maybe expecting a tutorial soon. So essentially the idea is there's a hopper clock down here, set to, I think it's 27 items, which is the perfect time for TNT to drop, explode, and then the items go into here before another bit drops or pushes the TNT out the way, which can cause significant damage to the farm or surrounding area. Now obviously these water sort of containment systems expand wider than the reaches of the perimeter, which is why they're further underground, but it also allows space for the TNT to drop and for the trees to grow. Now, each of these is a specific one, because obviously mangrove trees grow a lot taller than the other trees, and cherry trees are obviously a bit taller than acacia and dark oak. Essentially, the idea is you plant your trees here, TNT drops over and over again, and you can basically just bone meal here, flick a lever, TNT drops, collects all your stuff. I actually need to put collection systems underneath, so that is something I need to do at some point, but that's kind of how this whole system works. And this is just instantaneous pulses, so if we just sit here for a bit and wait, you'll see that redstone fire, and actually it's fired now, so that pushes that up, pushes that up, pushes that up, and that goes all the way to the top. You can see the other one over there firing as well, just in the top left, and that turns on the dispenser to fire the TNT. Very simple system, but very, very well working, and I have actually tested all of these on a creative world as well. The oak tree farm over back on my right here, as you can see, is actually an older design. I did a tutorial back on it back in, I think it was 2022? January 2022? I think, something like that. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. I've got a cactus farm here, sugarcane farm here, which I've just finished. And this is my melon pumpkin farm, also a tutorial which you can follow on the channel. And by the way, I am on YouTube as well, and if you're watching this on YouTube, because it is possible because I transfer my streams over, then please do subscribe. And also on Twitch, follow if you want to see more streams. On Twitch, the streams only stay up for 2 weeks before they kind of get offloaded, whereas on YouTube they stay up forever, unless I personally decide to take them down. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok, same name, same accounts, same icon, I guess. Basically, just so it's easier to find me over social media rather than having different names on different... yeah. I do actually need to go clear out these shulker boxes. Do I have anything left in these? No, this is all just junk, really. So, the original idea for these was to use a tutorial that I found to make these. But, oh my god, I've just found the cocoa bean stuff. I didn't need to... pisses me off a bit. Yeah, so the idea was that I would essentially use someone else's tutorial to build something, and I would adapt Java creations to Bedrock, which is obviously what I play on. But it was getting a bit too difficult, and I realised quite early in that the redstone wasn't exactly going to work, because the redstone mechanics in Java and Bedrock are slightly different. So I had to come up with my own design for these. Anyway, we are just going to go ahead and finish the cocoa bean farm, or cacao bean farm, depending on how you pronounce it. Just over here, if I can get on this bloody platform, that would be great. There we go. Basically, what I've been doing is building up platforms so I can put the water collection systems in. And although this is a lot more simple, I would like a platform. Now, these rooms aren't going to be especially pretty, but they will be functional. The prettiest bit is going to be the outside bit, because I plan to build up sort of towers or structures around these farms, just to make the whole place look a bit more elegant, I guess. And then I'm going to do something the ring as well, so I've kind of left it for a long time, and I feel like it looks a bit bland, a bit plain. So I want to add some more shapes, a bit more dimension to the whole place. Make it look a lot cooler, possibly add a narrative as well. But yeah, that will look really cool. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and finish this platform here first. And I guess I can catch up with you guys a bit more on what I've been doing, I guess. So, Saturday night, yeah. There was a birthday, and I had a party. Well, no, I didn't have a party. Someone had a party. I went to their party. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of dancing, a lot of photos, a couple embarrassing moments, but yeah. It was around great. It was all around great. So just good. And obviously, I released a recap video because I didn't think I was going to be able to stream, and then I found out just about. I think it was Sunday morning that essentially everybody was going to be out except me on Monday, which is today, and that perfectly gives me like a chance to stream. So yeah. And I've said this before, I kind of stream when I can rather than when I choose to, because obviously certain things might come up or there might be more important things to do, especially family matters and things like that. Just trying to fit around other stuff too. And I tend to also try to stream when everybody is out the house, because there's less noise in the background. It means I can talk louder, which in turn means the mic quality is much better. Because what I'd found in, I think it was a couple of early streams, is that I was talking a lot quieter and it wasn't going through the mic as well, which even through Twitch or when you transfer it over to YouTube, the mic noise just comes out as static, and it sounds really horrible. It's awful to understand, and obviously the subtitles wouldn't work as well because they rely on what you're actually saying. So yeah, that didn't entirely work. Oh my god, I've been speaking to myself this whole time. I don't know if I've been speaking to myself this whole time, but I think I have, because the thing wasn't plugged in. For God's sake. Okay, so just for the sake of it, welcome back. Sh4d0wCraft, so that, yeah. Episode 7, quite far in. It's we're not that far in, but still, it's quite far into the season, the chapter so far. But yeah, as you can see, I've been busy making some progress. These are actually all my design for these farms here. These are all tree farms on the outer edge. The taller ones are ones for acacia, dark oak, cherry, things like that, with branches that sort of sprout diagonally outwards. The basic makeup is there's a water collection assistant at the bottom. This fires automatically, as you can see, and that drops TNT and destroys it. It's also on a clock, so it's perfectly timed, doesn't cause any damage to the farm itself. Over here, as you can see, we've got the cactus farm, the sugarcane farm, and the melon pumpkin farm. Now, I'm just building the cacao bean farm over here, and although you can see they don't look the prettiest on the inside, but the idea is I'm going to add more dimension, more elegance to the island, especially the ring around the outside, because I feel like it's been neglected a bit, and essentially build up buildings around here, probably make a city or something, just to encase the farms, and the functionality aspects will be through the roof. And then alongside that, so will be the beauty aspects, I guess. And as you can see, I have actually got a bit of lag here as well, because of all the blocks and the villages down below and everything down there, to be honest. A ton of items still on the floor down there I need to pick up. But yeah, this is basically what I've been doing over the last couple of days. And if you're wondering where I've been, Saturday I didn't get to do a stream because I was at a party. For someone's birthday, which was a lot of fun, some embarrassing moments, some other bits, but yeah, it was good. Obviously, I released a recap video of kind of what I was gonna what I'd done on the world so far, what I was going to do next. And actually, I don't know if you've seen the iron farm. Tell you what, if I get a chance today, what I'll do is right at the end of the stream, I'll head over to the new iron farm, because the last one I actually tore down because it didn't work. I was so confident. I can't talk to it. I was so confident that it was going to work because it was such a big one, it was such a powerful one. But it didn't really work with the version of the game, and it was also extremely frustrating. So I decided to come up with my own design. I ran on some test worlds. I found a really old world where I had an iron farm set up, kind of tweaks that a little bit, and it does work really well now, so I'm super duper happy with that. If you're wondering what we're doing here, and if I hadn't been talking to myself for the last couple of minutes, then you'll know. I am building a cacao bean farm, just here. Very, very small, very, very industrious, extremely powerful. Probably doesn't need to be stacked, and that's the other thing. All of these farms, because I'm going to build towers up around them, they're going to be stacked. Except for these ones out here, as you can see, they're already quite tall enough, to be honest. Because of these certain types of tree, whereas the birch and the oak tree farms are going to be stacked because I need to mine them in chunks. So yeah, that's how that's going to work. But yeah, today was kind of finishing off the farms. I need to add some storage systems to the rest of the buildings. I hope you like the wings, by the way. I love them. Yeah, so I need to add storage systems, which is why I've left space underneath here. I want to make them look a bit more beautiful than the actual farms themselves, make it sort of intriguing, I guess. And then obviously with these I've got to be a bit more careful because the TNT is still got to drop through, so I've got to make probably a room with a hole in the middle so the TNT can still drop down and through, which should be a bit of fun. And I also kind of want to design the rooms somewhat to the aspects of what the farm is. So maybe this one could be all green with a couple of black spots or something like that. And I haven't actually checked any of the produce of the farm so far, so it'll be fun to do that later. Anyway, I think I should have everything I need. Yep. And instead of actually just building one cacao bean farm, I'm going to build two, but on the same floor. Again, I don't need to stack it because